What will happen in Part 3, Episode 70? Regarding the release date and whether Part 3 will be released on the birthday of the series, February 7th, or earlier. Are there more Astro toilets and do they have separate bases? And from what agent there is a possible traitor? In this video we will answer all these questions. Also, you sent me a photo as a new leak of Part 3, Episode 70, which looks somewhat believable, and we will analyze it in this video. Also, I noticed a crazy thing about the short version of Part 2 that you probably didn't notice, so be sure to stay with me until the end of this video. It's going to be crazy. Hello guys, I am Master Toilet and welcome to this video. Before continuing the video, to support the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so that you don't miss new videos and the next analysis, and let's reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of episode 70. Let's go! In episode 70, part 3, there are several possible events, and the most likely of them are these. One of the things that may happen in part 3 is that we start from the continuation of part 2, and after running away from several toilets that are looking for us, we finally find the scientist toilet and succeed in killing him after another chase. It is also possible that we will see a surprise in this base from the side of the toilets in part 3. It is also possible that in part 3 we will see the POV of this large cameraman and how they get to the plunger cameraman and the dark speaker man and find the scientist toilet, all of them together. Of course, I am not into Fook's mind, so we have to consider all the possibilities, so there is a small possibility that we will go to the Titans in part 3, but the probability of this is really very low. But many of you think that part 3 will be released on the birthday of this series, but is it really so? Currently, 6 days have passed since the release of episode 70, part 2, and if we count from today, there are 6 days left until February 7th, which means that it took 12 days for part 3 to be released. Which in my opinion is really a long time for one part, unless the time of part 3 is very long, even longer than the first part, but I think we'll get part 3 sooner than this. Also, Fook is making a new episode for a whole day, which could mean we'll have a crazy part and maybe we'll get it sooner. But as for who can be a traitor? Most likely, the traitor must be from the TV agent. The strange thing that I said at the beginning of the video that you probably didn't notice in the short version is that when this strange toilet uses the technology of TV agents, there is a change in the short version. And at this time we do not see any writing contrary to the full version on the image. Rather, a voice that is very similar to the voice of the TV agent is heard saying that end yourself, and it is extremely difficult to hear. And that the toilets were able to copy this technology to such an extent requires a complete knowledge of this technology, and it reveals a lot. Come on, you can listen. And according to this, there's probably a traitor on the part of the TV agent. But now it's time to move on to the leak you sent me and analysis it. In this photo we see the scientist toilet in a very strange position. It looks like he's running away from someone or something. And it's not clear exactly where in the base this is happening. It also looks like he's flying with a jetpack, and now plunger cameraman and dark speaker man also have jetpacks, and the chase between them is something that feels completely believable. But is this a real leak? After checking Fook Discord, I checked his merch store and Instagram, and wherever it's official, I couldn't find such a photo, and well, I'm not gonna lie, it's a fake leak. And that's probably fan-made. I must also say that the description of the short version of part 2 is also different. And according to this description, there is a small possibility that we won't see a scientist toilet in part 3. I hope our members will finally succeed in this stupid toilet. But in the case of Astro toilets, they certainly shared their technologies as long as they were friends with regular toilets. My theory is that they also have the ability to produce more of themselves. And they certainly have their own base. But for now, only they know where it is. Surely, they have their own boss, and according to these conversations and photos, this can be confirmed. Their goal is to destroy both directions, regular toilets and Alliance. You know what? Maybe they can remove the toilets. But they cannot destroy their father. Anyway, but there is a possibility that G-Man Toilet will also be found by the Titans. Of course, I hope we don't see another trap or another fake version of him and see the real version of him. But it's highly likely that we'll get actual leaks for part 3 episode 70 in the next day or two, which I'll cover all of them in full. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos and analysis. If you liked the video, hit the like button and write your theories in the comments. See you in the next videos. Master Toilet.